Hey, my name's Bernie. I'm a cinematographer based in Sydney, Australia. I wanted to make a series of videos centered around the creative journey. I think there's lots of great videos online all about the technicalities and how people do what they do. I don't think there's actually that much about the journey from A to B, the kind of steps that people take and the emotional and spiritual side of being a creative. My idea with these videos is for them to be short and sweet little insights into my journey as a creative, but also points that I have chatted about with other creatives that I work with, but also people from different industries, not just cinematographers, but musicians or photographers or artists, all about the creative process and the creative journey. A quick bit about me. I've been working in the industry for about 7 years now, and I've come a long way since when I started 7 years ago, but I feel like I've got so far to go. And I think any creative journey doesn't really have an endpoint. You're always working towards something or trying to build something new or create something different. And I think there's a lot of steps that I want to take and things I want to make that I'm nowhere near accomplishing yet. So it's really a lifelong journey. And I think there's going to be so much to learn and so many lessons as I go through that. So that's enough about the series. Let's get straight into topic number one, which is removing your framework of understanding. Now, this is a lesson that I recently learnt, which I'm going to talk you through my experience. But just to go back to basics on this, I think with any creative endeavor, you start off completely fresh. You've got no boundaries, no understanding of rules that you have to abide by. You just pick it up and go, be that a musical instrument, be that a camera. You are willing to experiment and try new things because nobody's really told you what's right and what's wrong. That's actually a really great space to operate in. And though the things that you may create or produce at the beginning might be terrible because you don't know how to do it, it also means that you're not abiding to anything and you're willing to try anything. I remember for me, I had no background. I didn't do media or video production at school. So when I was 19, and I picked up a camera for the first time properly, I went out and I didn't know anything about shutter angle or anything about the way things should be lit, backlight, front light, whatever. I just picked it up and started filming things. As you progress in that art form, you start to form habits, you start to form rules and lines that you won't cross and things that you want to abide by. Those are really useful things to know, but they also limit you greatly. My personal experience of this is I've got very used to being on set and having lighting or a lighting team to light things and make them look good. So I kind of got into this space where I started to think whenever I shot anything, I needed a lighting team there in order to make it look good. Otherwise, it couldn't look good. The counter to this, of course, is I know that natural light can be beautiful and sometimes you don't need that, but I kind of started to form that limitation in my mind. So when a friend of mine suggested going into the city to shoot some motion for a kind of musical piece for him, it was going to be really run and gun. Just me, camera, easy rig, roaming around, no lighting, no nothing, just using my eye to try and find good scenes, good worlds within that cityscape to portray him in his musical piece. I hadn't done this for quite a long time actually. A lot of the even creative things I was doing had been quite crafted and set up. So just going out and shooting things felt quite unnatural. But it ended up being a fantastic 3 hours that was a chance for me just to try different things. I put the camera in slow shutter and messed around with doing stuff like that, which I hadn't played with for a long time. I shot front light, I shot backlit, like I tried all different scenarios and just gave it a go because there were no strings attached and it was a really nice chance for me to experience how things can look without needing a team, without needing all these different moving parts and just a chance to really play with that craft and feel free again. And this isn't necessarily a huge breakthrough where I made the most amazing thing that I've ever done and tried that, but I think it was more a mental gain for me that I can just experiment and play with these things and learn from breaking those boundaries again, tearing down that framework that I've built in my mind and just trying new things again. So if you're a creative, any field, musician, photographer, and you've been doing it for a little while, try doing something completely different. Try going completely outside that comfort zone that you may have built and these rules and frameworks that you may have found, and just do something completely creative. So that's my insight for this week. Let me know what you think about that. If you have any 2 cents on that opinion, you agree, disagree, I'm always interested. The idea with these in general is just to have a discussion with people. I'd love to form a community around creative journeys and going through the process of being a creative and trying to strive towards your goals.